Living in Austin is incredible, but there's another amazing thing about Austin that I bet you didn't know. We are close to so many day trip destinations. So today I'm going to be going through 5 different places that you must see if you live in and around the Austin area, or if you are visiting the Austin area. Taking these day trips just gets you out of the city and seeing some beautiful things. So let's get started. Now, the first place I want to take you to is Dripping Springs, which is right outside of Austin. Literally, it takes 30 minutes to get there from downtown Austin, and it is south of the city. It is known as the gateway to the Texas Hill Country, which you will truly understand once you enter Dripping Springs. And one of the first spots I would go is Hamilton Pool. Now, what is Hamilton Pool? It is a natural swimming pool with a 50-foot waterfall. It's surrounded by limestone cliffs and a lot of greenery outside of the pool area. And when I say pool, it's a swimming hole because this is a natural thing. And you want to make sure that when you go, especially in the summer, that you get a reservation because only so many people are allowed to preserve its beauty and to keep it safe. So make sure you get a reservation if you're going by there. Hamilton Pool is one of the most picturesque swimming holes that we have in the Texas area. The beautiful waterfall, the limestone cliffs, the clear blue water is just something that you have never seen, and it's such a peaceful, serene type place to be, and there's hiking trails all around for you to enjoy. Packing a picnic and going out there for the day or a half day is a perfect place to be if you're going to Dripping Springs. Now, once you leave Hamilton Pool and you're all dried off, I would suggest you go somewhere else. I'm going to give you one of 2 spots. The first one is Jester King Brewery. Jester King is known for its wild fermented beers made with local ingredients, so it keeps people coming back. The fact that everything is made local is just special. And Jester King is built to be family friendly, not just for adults. People love it for the outdoor space and its really relaxed vibe, and it makes for a perfect getaway for beer lovers. They also have wood-fired pizzas, so grab a slice of pizza, enjoy the outdoors. The kids can run around and play. You can have a couple of beers. It's just a great place to bring friends, family, anyone can enjoy Jester King Brewery. And the second place I'm going to share with you is if you don't like beer and you want more of a cocktail, then head on over to Treaty Oak Distilling. Here they offer whiskey and gin tastings, and the distillery is set on this sprawling ranch, so there's a lot of room. Again, another place that has beautiful scenery. You can grab some barbecue while you're there, so they have food. But this is another place, again, family friendly, but where you can go get some cocktails, grab some barbecue, hang out in a beautiful setting, and just get away from it all. I would suggest going to their website and checking out their calendar because they do have live music to enjoy as well. So make sure when you go to these spots, you're looking at their calendars to see who might be playing, what kind of music it is, and it makes it even better. Now, since we're talking about day trips and you're packing it all in, if you've gone swimming, gone picnicking, maybe done a hike, grabbed a beer, had some pizza or barbecue, grabbed a cocktail, now you can go back into Dripping Springs town and you can actually go shopping. And you don't want to miss a store called Vintage Soul. This store has a little bit of everything from clothing to candles to trinkets to gift ideas to kitchen gadgets. If you ever are wondering what kind of gift to get somebody or just something fun to give someone, stop by Vintage Soul because you will be sure to find something for a simple gift. It's a great spot to go before Christmas time. Now, if you want to try something even different, I went here and this was so much fun. There is a place called Dripping Springs Olive Oil Company. This is a 17-acre spread. They have an olive orchard so you can see the process and how everything is being done. So it's a really cool educational yet fun thing to do. And you would have never known there's so many things to learn about olive oil. So if you're looking for a really quick getaway and you want to just pop out of Austin, Dripping Springs is one of the best places to go for just a quick escape right by Austin. Now, next on the list is number 2, where you can head just 15 minutes further to a town called Wimberley, Texas. And if anyone knows me, they know that I love the water. So I always try to point out the watering holes in the Austin area because I love to take a nice dip in the water or be on the lake wakeboarding, doing anything fun and cooling off. And the first place in Wimberley I would go is the Blue Hole Regional Park. Blue Hole is a spring-fed swimming hole with towering cypress trees above it. When you talk about taking pictures, you can't take a bad picture when you're in the Blue Hole Park. It is definitely one of the most scenic and most popular swimming holes in the Hill Country area. Because it is spring fed, expect for the water to be pretty cool, which feels great on a summer afternoon. This is a great place to bring family, friends, a date, whatever it is. It is a great place to be. And the other place that you have to see if you're in Wimberley that is very famous and well known is called Jacob's Well. This well is a deep artesian spring and it has one of the longest cave systems in Texas. It is known for its stunning blue waters and the cave system that is below you when you are swimming. It's over 137 feet deep and it's over a mile in length. Visitors that go to Jacob's Well rave about the beauty of the well. And again, you're in a picturesque area of Wimberley, Texas, which is part of the Texas Hill Country. So you can't go wrong in enjoying jumping in the waters and cooling off around all the scenery that you get to take in. After a swim, go into the center of Wimberley, which has all kinds of little restaurants and boutiques around it, and head on over to the Leaning Pear restaurant. They are known for their seasonal and local food. They call it Hill Country inspired cuisine. Here you will get a variety of foods on the menu, all of which are delicious. I've been there several times because my mom and dad used to live in Wimberley years ago. And if you're not that hungry, you might just want to get a sip or a cocktail somewhere, you can head over to Wimberley Valley Winery. This is a family-owned winery that started in 1983, so they've been there quite a while. On the property are beautiful oak trees. They have a tasting room. It's pet-friendly, family-friendly, and they have live music on the weekends. So again, check their calendar to see who's playing, but they've got some great bands that come in. So if you just want to head into town, grab a glass of wine and listen to some music, that's your place to go. If you're looking for some good old Texas food, head on over to Creekside Cookers, which is locally owned barbecue restaurant in Wimberley. Here you'll walk into a completely relaxed, unpretentious atmosphere. They are known for their generous portions and their sides, and they have plenty of outdoor seating as well that runs along the creekside, which makes it just a great place to hang out and have a meal. If you are a mega shopper and want to get your shop on and you happen to be in Wimberley and you planned your trip, plan it for the first Saturday of every month because Market Days goes on. This is a huge market with over 450 booths and vendors galore, from jewelry to antiques to artists to crafts, one-of-a-kind home decor, garden supplies, clothing, and so much more. It is the second largest flea market in Texas, so if you really like to shop, this is an all-day thing and you must plan for it on the first Saturday of every month. My mom and dad used to have a bed and breakfast in Wimberley and they catered to the Market Days people, and it was so fun to see all these people come from all areas just to go to Market Days. So if you like shopping, this is your place to be. It's been going on March through December since 1964. Moving on to the third place, which is a little bit further from Austin, it's about an hour and a half, is Fredericksburg, Texas. Known for its peaches and great shopping and hiking, Fredericksburg is a great day trip away from Austin. When I go to Fredericksburg, I like to do things in a certain order, and I'm going to give you that order now. And the first thing I do is I will leave by 6:30 or 7 in the morning to get there by 8:30 at the latest, and I will go straight to Enchanted Rock. What is Enchanted Rock? It's a massive granite dome that once you climb up to the top has phenomenal Texas Hill Country views. It is one of the top hiking spots in Texas because while it is a challenging hike, it's not too difficult. So most people can do it. And when you get to the top, the views are incredible and it's a great place just to sit and reflect. You can also camp around the area. So some people just like to go camp, enjoy their time, and hike every day and spend the weekend out there. After a nice morning hike, I like to hop on the Highway 290, which leads you into Fredericksburg from Enchanted Rock, and you can hit the 290 wine trail. Along this highway stretch are more than 50 wineries that lead you into Fredericksburg. Wine lovers love this because they can stop along the way and taste several different wines. There are tasting rooms in nearly all of them. Now I will say this, if you're going to be having more than 1 or 2 drinks, I suggest you get a driver And there are plenty of transportation companies that will drive a group of you or just two of you. So make sure if you are going to be hitting more than one winery, that consider getting a driver. It's the best way to do it, and you don't have to worry about anything. There's everything from small boutique wineries to larger wineries like Becker Vineyards and Great Creek Vineyards. And you don't have to worry about dressing up to go to any of these. These all have a very laid back feel. So you can walk in with shorts and flip flops, have a little wine tasting, knowing that you're heading into Fredericksburg to get your shop on or just listen to some live music. And speaking of shopping, once you hit the main street, which is called Main Street in Fredericksburg, you will see restaurants, bars, boutiques, antique shops. It's a mix of everything along one long street, and that is the main area that you can shop. There are some offshoots, but this is the main part where people go. Fredericksburg has a lot of German roots, and the buildings on Main Street have a lot of history to them. So you see a lot of historic buildings that used to be something that are now turned into either a boutique or a restaurant. But when you're there, really stop and enjoy the beauty of the older buildings, because it is something that has been preserved and they are very proud of their town, and they should be. If you're wondering what stores to go into, make sure you go by Russell and Rob's, which is such a fun store because it's gourmet foods like jellies, jams, dips, spreads, sauces, everything. And they have almost for everything they sell, they have a sample out. So it's a great place to go try different things, and you will accidentally buy way too much while you're in there. So be prepared to have a bag to carry everything that you're going to buy, but super fun to go into and great gifts to get for friends for birthdays or Christmas or whatever. Haberdashy Boutique is an upscale clothing store, so women, if you like that, make sure you check it out. And if you are a dog lover, which I am, there is a Dogology store which has everything you can imagine for dogs. So make sure you stop by there, and dogs are welcome. If you're big into baking and cooking, do not forget to go to Der Kitchen Laden. It is a German sounding store, but full of kitchen everything. From gadgets to cookbooks to everything you can imagine that you might need for baking, they have it there. And it's a great store, and they are super knowledgeable. So if you have any questions, they're there to answer, and they are Johnny on the spot. Great cookbooks as well. One of the cool things about this Der Kitchen Laden building is that it used to be the Memorial Hospital, but now it's turned into this store. But notice that when you walk in, you can ask questions with them about it, and they can give you some history. If you happen to be in Fredericksburg on the third weekend of every month, kind of like Wimberley has market days, Fredericksburg has trade days, and it's for the entire weekend. So if you're there on the third weekend of the month, it's going to be crowded for everyone shopping the trade days as well. Another concept where vendors and craftspeople, everyone is out selling their stuff. So great time to go to Fredericksburg. Fourth on the list is Gruene, Texas, and you spell that Gruene. It is German heritage again, and it is near the San Marcos area where I went to college. So I went to Gruene a lot when I was in college. One of the best places to go in Gruene is Gruene Hall. It is the oldest continually operating dance hall in Texas. They've been hosting live music since 1878. This is a beloved spot for many because it has a great outside atmosphere, and inside you can see some phenomenal bands from local people to very famous people that play here at Gruene Hall, but it doesn't put you in a huge setting like a stadium. It's a much more intimate, smaller setting, so people love to go listen to live music here. Gruene Hall is famous because so many famous musicians have played there. Lyle Lovett, George Strait, Willie Nelson, and many others, in addition to new and upcoming artists. A little bit of everyone comes by to play at Gruene Hall. Even some of the most famous singers still stop by Gruene Hall to play because they love the feel and the history that Gruene Hall has. What sets it apart is its authenticity. It is not a flashy place at all. It's just great music in a laid-back, rustic setting. I would say Gruene Hall is kind of like stepping back in time. When you're there, you're standing on wood floors inside. There's nothing fancy about it with big windows, but there's something so peaceful about this hall. The history is there, the people are friendly, the music is great, the building is so old. It's just one of those things that, those simple things in life when you go to Green Hall, you will get what I'm saying. And if you have time and you're having dinner, stop by the Grist Mill restaurant for dinner. It's an old cotton gin that has been turned into a restaurant. Very well known by many people. It's a multiple level restaurant that sits on the edge of the Guadalupe River. So can you imagine having all the green trees around you overlooking the river? It's just a perfect place to have a bite to eat. But if you are eating there, be hungry, because they're known for their chicken fried steak, their strawberry shortcake, ribs, and burgers. So come with an empty stomach and splurge for once. Around all this area that I'm describing, Green Hall, the Grist Mill, you can walk to all of these areas once you've parked, but you'll also have antique stores. There's a famous general store that's right there, and they even have a wine tasting room. So being in Green is definitely a day trip that you can do several things and enjoy the day. And one of the things that I would make sure you're doing if you're in Green, because this is why I went as a college student, is tubing the Guadalupe River, or the Comal. The Comal's not far, but the Guadalupe River. If you've never been tubing on a river, you gotta do it, because you go with a group of friends, you rent a bunch of tubes, inner tubes, if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you hop on the river and you just float down the river. And so you can be on the river for a 3-hour float, a 4-hour float, or even a 6-hour float. But around you are big, huge trees, a lot of them oaks, so you can get some shade while you're floating down the river, or you can get right in the middle of it and get some sun. So no matter what, it is a fun day. You bring your own drinks, bring your own snacks. Typically you rent another tube with a bottom and you load it all up in that tube and you just float down the river for the day just to get away. Rockin' River Rides or Green River Company will help you rent the tubes, drop you off at the spot where you want to start, float down, and then they will pick you up. So make sure you reach out to them to schedule your trip. When I was in college, it was so fun on a Saturday just to go float the river. You float into people and other groups of people and you end up making 15, 20 new friends. So it is a blast. So make sure you do it if you're going to be in the area. And finally, number 5 on the list is way far away from where we've been talking about. It's the other direction from Austin, but about an hour outside of Austin is Lake Marble Falls. Lake Marble Falls is part of the Highland Lakes chain, which is basically the Colorado River dammed up over and over again to make several different lakes. It is one of the smaller lakes in the chain, and it's known for its calm waters. This lake is great for paddleboarding, kayaking, fishing, boating, all of it because of the way the waters are calmer on this lake. So great spot for water sports. It tends to be less crowded than some of the other lakes, so that's another reason why there's appeal to it. If you are a fishing person, you're gonna catch largemouth bass and catfish. Those are the 2 fish that you're gonna catch the most of. There are plenty of others, but those are the 2 main ones that people catch. This is the lake that I learned to e-foil on, and I fell in love with e-foiling. And this lake, I swear, was the perfect lake to do it on because the waters were calm. It was easy to learn. It wasn't crowded, so it was a great spot to do this. If you're not going to be on the lake, another place to take the family or a date or just friends is called Sweetberry Farm. It is a family-friendly, pick-your-own farm. So that means this farm is available for anyone to come pick their own things, and at different times of the year, you can do different things. And in the spring, it's great to pick flowers. Depending on the time of year, you can pick strawberries, blackberries, or pumpkins. They have a great event in the fall called Harvest of Fall Fun Event. And here they have face painting, they have pumpkin picking, I think they have pumpkin decorating classes, they've got hay rides, I mean a little bit of everything, so it's a great place to bring the family. And in the fall, they also have a Texas-shaped maze for you to walk through, and that's super fun too. One of the things I love about this farm is they really encourage interactive activities. So they get the kids involved and they get them wanting to pick, and they have different like classes that they can take to learn things. So it's a great place for learning, interactive, and just a family-filled day. One of the places you don't want to miss in Marble Falls is a famous cafe called Blue Bonnet Cafe. It has been running since 1929, and they are known for comfort food as well as hearty breakfast. And one of the cutest things that you'll see at Blue Bonnet Cafe, if you're there in the morning, is a lot of older people meet up there, and they do it on a regular basis. So you see groups, you see husband and wife couples, you just see friends, And it's so fun to see them just enjoying each other over a nice breakfast and a cup of coffee. It will take you back in time and make you just relax a little bit when you're at this cafe. They also have classic dishes like chicken breadsteak and pot roast, so whatever time of day, you'll get something great. But what they're most known for is their pies. They have the pies that your grandma made with the mile-high meringue. They have every flavor you can imagine, and a lot of people just stop by to have some coffee and pie. And they even have a pie happy hour where you get a slice of pie and coffee at a discounted price. So don't miss out. If you're in the Marble Falls area, go to Blue Bonnet Cafe. If you're in the mood to go have a drink, go to Bear King Brewing Company. They are a local brewery that is located in downtown Marble Falls, and they have a ton of different craft beers, and they always switch them out, so you always get to try something different every time you go. They have an indoor tap room and plenty of outdoor seating. Their selection of craft beers is immense. They've got IPAs, porters, stouts, you name it, they have it. If beer isn't your thing, Flat Creek Winery and Vineyard is a place for you to try out. Now I want to talk about some of the events that happen in Marble Falls, because not only is there a lake and there's Blue Bonnet Cafe, but there are certain events that you want to go to at that time of year. One of them is Christmas. I love Christmas, my husband loves Christmas, so we take the tour of all the small towns around and see what they have going on. But Wimberley has one of the prettiest light displays you'll ever see at Christmas. It runs from mid-November through the beginning of January. There are over 2 million Christmas lights in their lighted area and more than 130 lighted sculptures as well. All of this is along the lit up path by the water. So if you want beautiful scene, Christmas vibes, this is a place to go. And again, it's mid-November through early January. The Christmas lights are synchronized to holiday music, so that makes it even better. And there'll be local vendors out there, so there's a little bit of shopping to do as well. Marble Falls has plenty of events, but the Christmas one is one that you do not want to miss, and there's one in the summer that you don't want to miss as well. Another event in Marble Falls is called Lake Fest. So guys and gals, maybe, if speed is for you, head out to Marble Falls when Lake Fest is happening, because high energy boat racing is taking place. It's in the summer and you will see boats racing up to 200 miles per hour. Kind of freaks me out, but a lot of people love to go and see the races happen. People from all over the country come to see these races. So while Lake Marble Falls is typically a calm lake, on this weekend, it is not. During this festival, there's also vendors, live music, great food. So it becomes a full weekend for family, and they have activities for kids too. So you can bring the whole family and spend the whole weekend out there if you want to. There you have it. 5 fantastic day trips that you can take from Austin. Whether you're looking to hike, go wine tasting, or soak in some history, these spots have something for everyone. Now I know this wasn't real estate related, but I want people to understand what Austin has to offer. But again, if you're looking to buy or sell in the Austin area, I am a local realtor. I've lived here since 1994. I would love to connect with you. Reach out to me via text, email, or phone. I'm always available. We can schedule a one-on-one call and see what your journey is all about and how I can help you. Again, my name is Shannon. I'm your local Austin, Texas realtor. Please like and subscribe so that I can continue to make videos like this that help keep you informed on the Austin market.